G'day, g'day. We are 20 days into the Chickens for Profit. So at the time of the recording, it's now the 20th of May. And if you've just joined us on this journey, the month of May, and I'll probably extend into June and July, but for the moment, I'm just going to stick with May. I'm doing a series called Chickens for Profit. And I'm going to show you a few different ways to make money out of chickens on a small area. So I'm not going to go into ways that require sort of 2,000 laying hens. So what I got behind me, these are some chickens I bought in from a hatchery. I end up buying in 300 of them, which was like 9 days ago or something. And I think I've got about 60 left to sell. So this was just one way you can make money on a small area by buying in chickens. And if you've been following along the journey, I want to give you a little bit of an update and answer a few questions that people have had. So one of the things I've wanted to do with this series is make it real. So I've bought in 300 chickens, and the ones behind me, that they were sold, but someone cancelled the order. So I want to share some of that with you, of some of the real life things. I've got another 200 coming next week, but I got smart, I did it differently. The other 200, just so I'm not trying to keep track of every order, I just created an online store on a website, and people could buy online, so they're fully paid for up front. So it's going to be unlikely I get any cancelled orders if they've already paid for them. So these are some of the tips I want to give to you if this is something you want to do to make some income. So one of the other things I want to cover is, in this example, when I say I've made it real, with the 300 chickens, I'm selling these to people I don't know. I haven't gone out to the Chicken Caravan email list, the Chicken Caravan YouTube channel or Facebook page, and said, hey, by the way, I've got chickens. It's not secretly that I've sold 250 to a friend down the road that pre-ordered. These 300 chickens, the most I've sold to one person is 30 chickens, so that's 10%. All the other orders have been less than 30 chickens. So some people will come and they'll buy 2 chickens, others 6 chickens, 4, 10. A lot of them are small sales. And I wanted to share this with you because this is something you can do. So a bit of feedback in no particular order. If you'd seen in the original video, I actually had this trailer with a cover over it, and I was brooding the chickens in here. And the reason I showed you how to brood chickens in here is to say you could use a box trailer and brood chickens in it. Now, when they get to a few days old, you sort of reach in to try and grab a chicken and they run away, and it's not amazing access. I more did that to show you some other creative ways to do chickens. I've also shown you by using just an ordinary fan heater, it can heat up that area quite warm for the chickens. But moving forward, if you're going to do this on a regular basis, I would show you how to do it with, and you've seen in other videos, how we use the E-Coop grower. You can put down a sawdust floor, you can step in to it, it's out of the wind and rain, and you can do that out in the paddock, and you can use a chick plate. So the trailer was good, but not very user-friendly to sort of go in and reach for chickens and such. Because I've sold most of them, I've now put the remaining chickens in this little brooder, box, and yeah, so they'll be picked up soon. The other thing, so I did mention I had a few cancelled orders. That was a little bit annoying because people had either cancelled or they were a bit of a no-show. Oh yeah, I'll be there on Friday, they didn't come. So now I've done it through an online store. That's going to be a lot less likely to happen. Someone said about logistics and how do people pick them up. So I wanted to create a very seamless pickup process. So after they had ordered their chickens, I gave them options of a few days with different time slots they could pick them up. So for instance, I might have said on Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. you can pick them up at this address. Please bring the right money and a box or a cage to pick them up in. And also, would you like a bag of feed that's $10? So I'd ask for all that up front, so I don't have someone coming and say, well, I've got a $100 note, I don't have a box or a cage that's cutting into my time. So I can help sort of 6 or 7 people in 1 hour pick up the chickens, the right money, they've got a box, and then they can go again. So I'll just finish off this video with a few stats. So far this month, my costings to buying the chickens and also the feed has been $1,545. My total sales has been over $2,200. So far that's a net profit this month of $667. I've still got chickens to sell. I'm not counting the ones that they haven't been picked up and paid for. So far this month, 667. We're only into day 20 of the month. Part of those sales was fertile eggs, 1 dozen. I more did that for the case study. I could have sold a lot more fertile eggs, but I wanted to show you can sell fertile eggs. I've sold 3 kilo bags of feed. I've sold 14 of them, and I think 214 chickens. So that's where we're at, day 20 of Chickens for Profit. So continue to follow the journey either on Facebook or YouTube, and at the end of it all, well, I'll try and do it soon, I'll show you the actual spreadsheet and show you each individual sale, and I might even turn it into a webinar where I can go over it over like a 30-minute period and do all the breakdown and show you what my ads look like and show you where I'm selling it on Gumtree. Anyway, you have a great afternoon, day, morning, whatever time you are watching this video, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Thank you.